them set to my watch list, so if they do come back available, I can nab some more of them. But anyway, onto the system. I already put 2 of them in it. The motherboard is a H110D3A. I just have 4 gigs of RAM on the motherboard. I got a wireless card because I'm putting this one in my kitchen. Solid state drive, nothing special. 500 watt power supply, and we're going to be running 5 of these GTX 1050s. I don't know if that's enough power supply or not. I haven't done the math on it. Honestly, this wasn't going to be that original setup. It just kind of turned into this. But this is a budget mining rig that should, I think I got like 300, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. This all should be under $1,000. So under $1,000, and I'm shooting to get somewhere close to like $8 a day. I'd really like to get close to having the full system pay itself off in like 120 days. So we're gonna see what we get this all together, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, just to go back over it, I got all 5 cards on here. 500 watt power supply, 4 gigs DDR4. This is a G4400 processor, Pentium processor, H110D3A motherboard, solid state drive. We're looking at under $1,000, and hopefully $8 a day. So I'm getting ready to cut it on for the first startup, and we'll see what we're looking for. But this is a you could expand this to 6 cards. Right now I have a wireless card on one of my PCI slots, so that's why it's technically not a 6 card setup. But oh, something's touching the fan. There's a wire touching somewhere. Oh, there we go. Got that wire management back there. Maybe put that on the other side of the RAM. There we go. Okay, nothing's touching now. Big rig number 2. Let's get this thing fired up. I'm going to get the drivers installed. You see, this is what happens when you power up a system and you don't have the drivers installed for the graphics card. Everything's super big, and yeah, it won't run. If you try to open up NiceHash, it'll say you don't have any graphics cards installed, blah blah blah. So I'm going to do that, and I will be right back. Alright guys, so here's my settings. I got my power limit on all my cards set to 90. I got the core clock set to plus 50 and memory clock set to plus 200, and I left fan speed on auto. These are the double fan cards, dual fan cards, and from my experience, these 1050s don't get hot like ever. If they do, I'll start pumping the fans up and get them to cool off. And now a lot of people are asking me what I set to mine. I don't leave everything checked. I'm only actually checking NIST 5, Lyra 2 Rev 2, and Equihash on the excavator algorithm. I got those all set, and I'm benchmarking them right now, so we should see what they make here in a minute. Alright guys, we are up and running, and it's looking like we're doing 722 sols on Equihash, right at $9.79 a day. So we are just right on the edge of a 100-day return on investment on a sub $1,000 mining rig. I'm going to go ahead and list all the specs down in the description. And yeah, this wasn't a how-to. This is just kind of going over everything. You could definitely save some money, like with a solid state, going to a regular hard drive. But this is just what I ended up with. I didn't originally intend on it. It just happened. You know what I mean? I ordered parts, and yeah. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you on the next one.
What is up, guys? This is Brandon, back with Brandon Coin, and I just showed y'all earlier on my actual camera the GTX 1050 rig. Now I'm remote desktoped from my actual main computer, and I'm just going over it, and it's actually making even more money. It's mining NIST 5 at 75 megahash, split between the 5 GTX 1050s. I did check on the power draw. It's drawing right at 410 watts for 5 cards. I'm not mining on the CPU, so that 500 watt power supply is just barely enough. Honestly, if I was to do it again, I would step up to like a 650 watt power supply, but I can't beat it for the price. It's mining at $11 a day, and here I'll jump over to, this is my breakdown of the rough costs I have into it. The motherboard was the H110D3A. Yeah, H110D3A for everybody. The CPU is a G4400 Pentium. The RAM is just DDR4, 4 gigabytes. The SSD was, I think it was a 60 gigabyte SSD, nothing special. 500 watt power supply. The 5 GTX 1050s, they're $129 each. I suggest keeping a lookout for them on Amazon. That's where I got mine. And the 5 PCI Express risers at $9 a piece. That brings our total to $954.95. We'll round that up and we'll say $960. And we'll also round, let's see here, we'll round this down because $11, that's a little bit much. We'll round that down to 10. So we got $960 divided by 10, 96-day payoff right there. That under 100-day payoff, including the whole system, is awesome. Normally I just try to at least the graphics, at least know that the graphics card will pay itself off in 100 days. But these graphics cards are actually making enough to pay off the motherboard, RAM, CPU, everything included. So this whole system is under 100-day ROI. And this is like the cheapest, most budget, easy way to get into having like a fully dedicated rig. You could actually just slap a big like 1070 or 1080 in your home computer, but I don't suggest mining on your main computer just because what if you burn it up or mess up something and you lose everything you got. This is separate. If something goes down, you can fix it. You don't lose all your information. It's probably a good way to get started into it if you want to roll the dice and get out there and get mining. But yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. Go ahead and drop your comments down below. Let me know if you like this kind of video, and I'll do another one because I want to do some more builds. Now I have a 1050 build. I have a 1060 build. The next one I want to do is a 1050 Ti build. I almost have a full set, so hopefully I'll be able to upload that soon and then do a direct comparison of a full 5 1050s and a full 5 1050 Ti's. And I'm keeping it at 5 right now just because for some reason when I go on to 6 graphics cards, I don't know if it's something to do with Windows 7 or whatever, but I have a hard time getting the operating system to recognize it. On my 1060 rig, I do have 6 of them, but for some reason one of them drops off every now and then. I've switched out the risers, I've switched out the plugs for the graphics card, and I've even switched out the graphics cards. It just looks like that last PCI slot. It may be an issue with this motherboard, or it may be an operating system issue. It's probably one or the other. I do like Windows 7, so I'm staying on Windows 7 right now, so I'm not going to be able to rule that out. But from now on, I'm just sticking with 5 card builds and keeping it simple. So you gotta use what works, but I'm keeping on rambling. I need to end this video. Thank you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.